welcome back to my channel, and if you're a new, welcome. My name is Meg. I do put up videos a couple times a week. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out, and today we are doing an Instagram get ready with me. So if you guys are not familiar, Instagram Get Ready With Me is a series I started a while back. My channel has been revamped with Halloween looks. I've been doing 2 looks in 1 tutorial. The link to the playlist is up above and then also down below, so be sure to check out my other looks if you are interested. So my whole theme for the month of October this year was light and dark. So if you're not following me on Instagram, which you totally should, I have been doing a light version of the theme and a dark version of the theme, and today, since it is Halloween, I decided to combine light and dark together in one look, in one video, one tutorial. And of course, I had to add a skull because if you guys have been following me, I love doing skull makeup. So big shout out to Crispy because she always inspires me with her skull looks. And then this is a face chart that is done by Milk1422 on Instagram. So if you'd like to see how I created this, then let's roll on into it. Alright you guys, so to get this look started, I just have a very light base on. I just put a light layer of foundation. I use my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, and I'm in the shade Fair Light Neutral. I just laid that on with a beauty sponge. I'm not going to worry about setting it right now because we are going to be working with cream products, so I just want to make sure that everything is going to be able to move around and blend smoothly. So to get started, I just have some reference pictures here. I have the photo that Milk1422 uploaded. That is going to be the inspiration for the eyes. And then I also have this picture of Crispy. So I just want to show you guys some of the products that I have laid out to work with. I do have my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. This is a really great alternative for skull looks in general. Every skull look I've done in the past, I've mainly used this. It's a great alternative if you don't have paints. And then to sort of add contour and shadow, I have this NYX blush in taupe out. And then I also have my Lorac Matte Pro palette out. These are all sort of like cool toned matte brown shades, and also the jet black color that's in here as well I'm probably going to end up using. So to start off, I'm just taking this NYX blush in taupe and I'm using a Morphe M225. So I'm going to start up here at my temple area so I can kind of feel that it goes in right around here. This is exactly why you want to go in with a lighter hand. You can kind of dab away your mistakes or just take your beauty blender or foundation brush that has some product on it still, and you can easily erase whatever you lay down. So now that we have that kind of mapped out, I'm going to go ahead and go in and kind of map out the sun and the moon. So for the squiggles of the sun, I figured it'd be easier to use a pencil instead of trying to map it out with shadow and a brush, so I'm just using my brow pencil for this. And that is the kind of shape that we are looking for.
Now I'm just going to go in with my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm just going to work on filling the sun in and blending it out with a flat concealer brush, and that's going to work best. You definitely want to use like a flat shader brush of some sort. The stiffer the bristles, the better. And then I'm going to work on putting color on top of it. So for color, I'm using my Morphe 12P palette for the sun. I'm using the yellow, the orange, and the red from that palette. Now to add some dimension to our sun and to bring it to life, I'm taking this NYX Vivid Brights Liner in Vivid Fire, and I am going to use this eyeliner brush and I'm going to outline one side of the sun in red, and then I'm going to do the other side in the black liquid liner.
So actually, I think the first thing that I'm going to do is just build shadow around the tips of the sun. So I am going to go back in with the taupe color and this very fine tipped brush and just work my way sort of around here to create shadow. And then up in between here is where I'm going to probably end up shading with the orange and red. To help blend it together so it's not so stark looking, I'm going to take a mix of orange and red from this Morphe 12P palette and just work on blending things together, adding some shadow and dimension, and then I may go in and add some dots with the white eyeliner, and I will see how that works out.
You guys know what's wrong? Oh my gosh, I know it's a lot of different things, but it's one of my favorite things ever. Favorite YouTubers? I have a lot.
Okay, so my battery is about to die, unfortunately, so I'm gonna continue working and fill you guys in and what I did when this thing charges some more. Alright, I'm gonna get you guys caught up to speed with what I have going on here. The sun is completely done. For the moon, it was really easy. I just took a navy blue shadow. The one that I used specifically is by Urban Decay. It has like a slight metallic sheen to it. I just put that on the inner half of my eye and slightly on my lower lash line. And then I took my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I laid that down as a base for the shadow. And the shadow that I did use that Midnight 15 color by Urban Decay that I showed you guys earlier. And then I outlined it in this NYX Silver liner. And then I added a little silver star because on the face chart, there's about 4 or 5 stars in the eye area, but I didn't want to overwhelm it since we are doing a skull with it. And then to add depth and dimension, I just took a mix of that navy blue, very little of it, along with the taupe color, mixed that together to add some shadow and depth to the moon. Now, I felt like the sun looked fine without eyebrows, but I felt like the moon side looked weird without eyebrows, so I just went ahead and lightly penciled my brows in, and that's basically where I'm at, and I'm just marking on my face where I'm going to be putting the white face, and I'm just adding a little bit of contouring to my nose area. So just going through and just still marking things with a taupe shadow, and then marking where I want the highlight area to be, and then I'm going to start to fill in the highlight with this white face completely and blend it into my skin. And of course, using paints would be a lot easier and a lot faster, but if this is like a last minute costume or you just don't want to spend money on something that you're literally just going to use once or like once a year, I totally get that, and that's why I love doing these more like affordable, like DIY kind of Halloween looks for you guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series this year. If you missed any, I will have a playlist down below. Basically, I was doing lighter versions and darker versions of different looks and posting them together. And since this is the final one, I did dark and light all in one look. So all my other videos have been 2 looks in one. Alright, so now that we have the white face down wherever we want it, we're going to work on shadowing. So what I'm going to do to shadow and blend, I learned this from Crispy, so thank you for that. I'm going to take the taupe shade and a little bit of black shadow and then just start feathering things out and blending things out. So that is going to be kind of the process behind filling in the rest of the space on our face. You definitely want the heaviest amount of product and the most amount of product closest to your white line. And then again, you just want to make sure you blend everything out and take your time with it. So we kind of have like a gradient effect going on. I'm just taking the taupe blush color on a fluffy brush and I'm just blending it into the other areas, and so everything just looks nice and smooth. Just like that. And then I'm also going to add some darkness under my chin, and then I'm also going to fill my nose in with this taupe shade and outline it with the black shadow. Okay, so I just kind of redrew the lines going from the corner of my mouth back, and I'm gonna sketch it out, and then we are going to go in on top with the white crayon. And there's normally about 5 teeth back from the corner of your mouth, so you just wanna lightly sketch that area out. So as you guys can tell, as I'm kind of dragging the shadow up, I'm also kind of flaring it out. And then I'm just gonna tie it in to the shaded area like that. So then I'm just quickly gonna add some more shading in there and then get to highlighting the teeth. And the best tip for these teeth is to just make like little teardrop shapes. Maybe I should talk and then do it. And then again, you can always go ahead and perfect it with a very flat, stiff shader brush or concealer brush. And I'm also making like really stark lines right underneath the darkness, and this is just gonna help everything pop just a little bit more. And if you ever went too far, you can just blend it back in. So I definitely think that adding that thicker white line and just making it super opaque right there just really helped make things pop. Back with this angled brush in this dark matte brown color, right where this ends, you want to make upside down Ys, and then you can shade it in more. And then now I'm just going to go and trace a line on top of where we had that opaque pencil mark, and that's just gonna help things pop out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take my smaller shader brush and just run it along the edge to blend it. And then I'm just gonna go in with just a teensy bit of the dark brown shadow right through here and blend it out. So this is what I have for the skull. I'm just gonna add some finishing touches. I feel like my moon got lost a little bit, so I'm gonna do something to hopefully try to make it stand out again. So what I'm doing is taking my Stila Liquid Metals, is that what this is? Magnificent Metals Glitter Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Diamond Dust. I'm gonna place that on top of the shadow and hope that that will help bring the moon back to life. Oh, that is helping tremendously. At least in person, it's helping tremendously. It's a little hard to see with all the lights. On film, it looks like. And then honestly, if this stuff wasn't so expensive, I'd probably put it on my teeth, but I don't want to waste my product for that. So for the eyes, what I'm going to go ahead and do is add some glitter. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner, and this is a Midnight Cowboy. And I'm just going to go ahead and emphasize this along the rays of the sun, and then possibly, who am I kidding? I'm going to end up putting this everywhere. Ooh, I'm already liking how this is looking. Honestly, it's little details like this that will just help bring your look back to life. And then I also put on my Ardell Wispy Lashes. Alright you guys, we are here. This is the end. We did it. You made it through the video. And then of course, obviously these glitters are specifically made for your eye, but be very careful when you're washing this off. You don't want to get any in your eyeballs. So yeah, this is the finished look. If you wanted to finish with a setting spray, you totally could, but I'm getting in the shower and washing this off right now, so I am not going to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Skulls are my favorite thing to do every year for the Halloween for the last couple years. I've always done some kind of skull look, and I like creating something new and different every year. So again, big shout out to Crispy for putting out such amazing skull tutorials. I love learning from her and she's a huge inspiration to me. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite look out of this Halloween series was and what you guys did for Halloween. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye guys.